everybody, it's your boy Marcus Homer from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the #1 podcast coming to you live in America. And today we have the incredible Miss CEO, founder of Dreams and Jammies LLC, Miss Simone Edmonson, a two-time breast cancer survivor. Wow. Was born and raised in Savannah, Georgia. While growing up, she was raised alongside her two siblings by her single mother. Miss Simone is making strides in the industry, and outside of her work, her 9 to 5 in a corporate sector, she also shined as an entrepreneur and business owner. While growing and while building, she also puts her soul into everything she does. Dreams and Jammies has been the company closest to her heart. She's had numerous endeavors, numerous fields, and numerous side hustles that we got side hustles, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a little side hustle and some drugs on the side, then you ain't doing nothing. But Miss Edmonson has been hustling all throughout her life, and Dreams and Jammies is her heartbeat. This is because she has firsthand knowledge of the unfortunate lack of positive representation for people like you and me of color. She has dedicated her life to uplifting others and all of our self-esteem. Simone hopes that the future will allow her to reach and inspire girls from around the world, growing Dreams and Jammies into an even larger enterprise that is one day sold in retail stores. So without further ado, help me welcome to the stage the amazing, the incredible CEO of Dreams and Jammies, Miss Simone Edmonson. Yay!
You're amazing, Marcus. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You just make me sound so important.
You are important, girl. You are important to me. Oh my gosh, y'all! Isn't she incredible? Look, how I told you she was humble. CEO leading the charge in her apparel line. I love it.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you.
Thank you for the one gentleman stop coming to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage. And thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Love the support. So, Miss Edmonson, diving right in. Tell us, we want to know, what's the strategy here? What's the story behind your company? What inspires you to launch your apparel line, Dreams and Jammies?
Wow. It's such a long story, but I'm going to try to make this a long story short. But you said we had some time. You said we had
did.
some time. But just going back, I have started so many businesses in my life. I've had a flea market store. I'm selling purses from Canal Street. So y'all know what kind of purses those are. Okay. So I've had a vending machine business. I've sold, I've had like bubblegum machines and
Really?
and beauty salons. I did that for a while. I also had a cake business. I am a jack of all trades. I love baking. That's a side. That's one of my hobbies. So I turned that into a business. So I would sell cakes, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays. I would do that. Self-taught baker, self-taught decorator. So I did that for a while. That got, when your hobbies turn into a business, it's no longer a hobby anymore. So I did that. Then I had a juice bar. I would sell juice.
What?
Yes, I had Simone's juice bar. And I remember one day, this was about 2.5 years ago. So my brother has a shoe company. Okay. So I remember one day we were at my sister's house and his phone was going off. This thing was like, ding, ding, ding. Like, what the heck is going on? And if you knew my brother, he's so funny. He's like, I'm making money. Like, what the heck? So he started a shoe line. That was about 5 years ago. Sorry, not
what?
Yeah, he started a shoe line. So just watching my brother, like this man is, it took some time to get it together, but this man is sitting over to my sister's house, making money, enjoying himself, and his phone's going off,
So the dings were his sales?
The dings were the sales.
What?
Yes. So I said, I need to start something. I need to start working on something. So now, meanwhile, I'm working at Allstate. Oh, I shouldn't have said the name.
It's okay.
A major insurance company. How about that? A major insurance company. Okay. A major insurance company at the company, 20 years. I was an insurance adjuster, and I was a manager. So it had gotten stressful. And I was like, like every day, we all know this. We all know this routine. We all know that it seems like a cycle, that we are a hamster on a wheel. We all know that feeling. And it's like every day I'm doing the same thing every day. I'm getting in my car before pandemic. I'm getting in my car. I'm driving to this building. I'm handling insurance inquiries, customers pissed off, your manager, your employees. It's just so much. Just like it's got to be better. Now, meanwhile, I'm not taking anything for granted.
Right.
The job wasn't bad. It was paying the bills. It support my family. But that little voice in your head that that it's something better.
Amen.
And I've always had the entrepreneurship in me. It was always embedded in me. I just never knew what I wanted to do. I never knew. And I'll be on jobs just like, on the internet trying to figure out what I'm going to do. You just can't find it. And so now, I'm a sidestep for 1 second, then I'm going to get back to my brother and how the idea.
Good.
I remember I probably was about 22, 23 years old. And I remember putting a business plan together. And I put the business plan together. Now, this was back in the 90s.
Super young. Yeah. How'd you even know to do that?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, go ahead. Just reading, just trying to figure things out. So, you get a template, put the business plan together. And I thought I was going to do a medical coding business. And I said, this is a great idea. I'm going to do a medical coding. So I take the business plan, set up an appointment with this program. I think it's called SCORE. They still have it. And I'm not knocking SCORE.
Right.
And don't take it wrong. But I set up an appointment with the Small Business Administration, went to SCORE, got an appointment with a counselor. It was an older white guy. I don't know where he at to this day, but he shot my idea down. He just shot my dreams down. And I want to encourage people, do not listen to anybody when they tell you can't do something.
Amen.
I was a young girl, 20 something years old, and I let that man shoot my dreams down. And that made me just go look for a job. And then I stopped, dreaming. He just shot me down. So this is back in the 90s. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have manifesting. We didn't have all these people coming out on the internet, encouraging people. This was the 90s. The internet wasn't the way it was. So I didn't know any better. But I just wanted to let you know, when I just remembered that was one business that I tried to start and it shot me down. But anyway, back to my brother. And so I said, okay, my brother's making this money. I said, I need to try something. I said, well, maybe I'll do some shoes since my brother's doing shoes, he can help me. Maybe I could do shoes for little Black girls. And like what's that, JY something? Mothers know who I'm talking about. It's a little white girl. She wear a ponytail on the side of her head, her name JJCY something, for little kids. And she's a white girl, and all the little kids like her. And she have bows, she have all this stuff. I said, well, if she could put her white face on shoes, then I could put a little Black face on some shoes. That's an idea for somebody. Somebody take that idea.
Raise a fist, y'all. Raise a fist.
So I said, we need a Black girl JJCY, So I started looking into it. Man, that was hard. It was a lot of work, and then my heart wasn't in the shoes. Not saying that because pajamas was hard too, but I was like, I wasn't feeling it. It just didn't feel right. What I'm saying, and the people out there kind of understand. I was like, this isn't it. I admire my brother. He's doing a great job, but maybe it's not for me to go into the field that he went into. That's not for me. So
that wasn't you.
It wasn't me. So my sister and I were talking one day, and Jews and Jammies came out of a conversation with my sister. She has 6-year-old twin girls. And we were saying, well, you could just take the shoes. Yeah, you could do book bags. You could do T-shirts. You could do pajamas. We could do pajamas. We could, instead of the shoes, we could do pajamas. And my sister and I was like, well, I don't think nobody else has pajamas. I said, I'm going to check. So I get online, look up. I didn't see any pajamas with Black people. And I knew we didn't have them because my daughter's 22 years old and I could never find them. And my
Right.
sister said she couldn't find it for her girls. But with my choices, I choose not to put those images on my children, not to each his own.
Right.
Um,
You want it to look like us.
I wanted it to look like us. So I never put that on my daughter. So I went to Target. I didn't see anything. I went to a couple Walmarts. I went to Walgreens, not Walgreens, Family Dollar.
There we go.
Family Dollar. I went to Family Dollar, and somewhere else I went. I think I went to the mall. And I said, it is nothing out here. I didn't see nothing. Now, I'm not saying it may be some people out there that have some pajamas I didn't know, but I didn't see it. And that's how Dreams and Jammies came up, because I felt like we created this line for beautiful girls and our young men of color who we often go unrepresented and unseen in everything. We go unrepresented and unseen in so many things. And I'm like, this is what we need for our children. I believe our children seeing themselves is incredibly important. And I have a few videos from some parents that they've showed me videos when their children put on the PJs. The kids actually think that's them on the PJs. You know, little girl's like, that's me, that's me. A little boy was like, that's Isaac, because the PJs look like them. And we create our designs that where kids can identify, you know, they kind of, you know, with the 4C, you know, curly hair, just, you know, I know Black, we come in all skin colors, all hues, all melanin hues, you know, so we have different skin tones, light, dark, and we're working on some more where we can because we just come in so many different colors and so many different hair textures. So, you know, as we go along, we're going to start working on that as well. But our kids need to see a reflection of themselves, which allows them to be proud. Can you imagine, Marcus, being a kid and having a set of PJs that you can identify with as a kid? We didn't have that. So
no. I had white Superman and Batman and
yeah,
nobody that looked like me.
Yeah, and it's nothing wrong with Superman and it's nothing wrong with Batman, but at least now we have choices, you know, at least we have choices. So that's pretty much how the idea came. And then the name, Marcus, Dreams and Jammies. Now, I can't take credit for that. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember thinking I need a name. Now, everybody has their own beliefs. I believe in the Most High. I know that when you ask him, he will answer. Okay.
He will.
All right. I believe in Jesus. I know somebody. When I ask, he will answer. And when I asked, I remember waking up one day and the word dreams came in and jammies came in, but I didn't know if it was dreamy jams, dreamy jams, jammy dreams, dreams and jams. It was a lot of, I wrote them all down and I had no idea which one it was. And
you were playing with it.
I was playing with it and I sent the text out to my sister, my best friend, my girlfriend, Terry. I sent it out to like 5 of my friends, my brother, and I let them kind of pick, you know, like to help me which one's the best. But Dreams and Jammies is the one that sounds better. And that's how it came out. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. So this is incredible. And we have the incredible, amazing CEO of Dreams and Jammies. Yes. You all saw those colors, right? You all saw how vibrant, how colorful, how bright, but most importantly, how they identify with you and me and what I actually look like, right? Nothing builds a child's confidence more when they can see themselves as a superhero. They can see themselves as that visionary. They can see themselves as a princess or a hero, right? Yes, I'll just say hero. And so what better way than to personify that than to wear it up and about when I'm out, when I'm home, when I'm going all over the place. You all are absolutely being incredible. We have to pay some bills, y'all. We are going to a quick commercial break. We will be right back. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We are going to get right back to it and jump right back in. See you guys soon.
I'm Marcus Norman, bringing fresh vibes to hot topics surrounding culture, relationships, business, finance, sex, dating, faith, and everything in between. Whether you're into passive income opportunities, trending topics and useful relationship tips, or dynamic guest speakers, there's something for everyone. You can expect all that and more every week. If you're down with this content, then consider joining our growing community by subscribing to Gentleman Style Podcast and smash the bell to get on our VIP list. Your support means the world. Thanks for watching. Link to my channel.
Y'all, we are back with the incredible, amazing Miss Simone Edmonson, CEO of Dreams and Jammies. And so she just spilled some tea, y'all. She just spilled some tea, and she just shared with us some of her stylish Dreams and Jammies jammy jams. That's what I call them. That's what great grandmama called them, jammy jams. And she got some to hear. Yep. So hold it up, curly head cutie. I love that.
Yes, curly head cutie. We have a little princess here. She's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and then one of our boys, this is a little dinosaur one that's going to be coming out soon. Dino Dreams.
Wow. I want it. It can't even fit me, and I want one.
Yeah, these are the little pants. These are really cute. These are coming out soon. And you know what? I want to drop some jewels here because just to encourage people, I'm going to tell you, when I started this journey, I had no idea what I was doing, and still don't. I'm still learning. And when it comes to designing, I never knew I had design in me. And I think to encourage people, sometimes we have to step out because you never know what you have inside of you. There are hidden gems inside of you that you have no idea that are there. And I remember when we first launched and when I placed my first order with the designs, and I remember talking to my sister, and she was like, I said, I'm having some issues. I don't know what designs I'm going to work with and this and that. And my sister, she's like, why are you reinventing the wheel? And she said, just get it done and get it out there. Well, She was right, and I'm going to encourage you that sometimes you don't even have to have your own designs at first. Mm-hmm. You can buy art from artists.
True.
Yeah. So what I did was I bought a commercial license with 2 of my designs when I first started out.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Was that expensive?
Yeah. No, it's not expensive at all. It could be $100, $200.
That's affordable.
Well, and the reason why it's affordable because it's for small businesses. So you can only, if you sell less than 1,000, you're considered a small business. But if you go over a certain amount, of course, you got to pay more. So a lot of people don't know that. And I had to find that out through my work research because I was having issues. If I could show you some of my first designs, they were awful. And I was getting so stressed out because you have something in your head and you're trying to put your idea on paper. And then you're talking with the artist and they can't grasp what you have in your head. And it's frustrating. So I remember talking to my sister and she was like, just get it done. And that's what I had to do with the first 2 designs, is that I just bought the license and you can buy the art. You can just say you want to have a line of mugs. Mm-hmm. And all of your mugs are for cats or something. And you can purchase art for the cat to put on your mug, but you can only sell a certain amount to be considered a small business. So to
stay under that minimum requirement.
Yes, to stay under that minimum requirement. Now, the designs that I just showed you, those are mine. But to get started out, I had to get started. You're not going to know everything when you start this thing. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. And I had to just start somewhere.
Who's been your biggest inspiration through all of this?
My brother's been
the shoe business.
The shoe business. He's been a really big inspiration to me, just watching him grow, his business from nothing, and now, meanwhile, he did it without working a 9-to-5. Like I'm on a 9-to-5. At all? No, he wasn't working. He's always been a hustler. And it's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 people. I heard Dame Dash say something about knocking a 9-to-5. Like, what is he talking about? There's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5.
Not
Some
at all.
people, some people are, this is the way we have to get started. This 9 to 5 that I had was funding the dream. Do you hear me?
Amen.
So what I did was I saved $500 a week for about 2 years. No, not $500 a week. I wasn't making that much. Y'all don't think I was making that much money. I was $500 every 2 weeks. I was saving. I think I was saving about $1,000 a month. Yes, I was saving $1,000 a month, and I wasn't going out to eat. I wasn't getting my hair done. I wasn't getting my nails done and my pedicures. So I had to set some things aside, some of the things that I wanted to do, but I was saving the money to place that first order.
The sacrifice.
The sacrifice. But I have a husband too. Like some people single.
Right.
Now I'm blessed that I had a husband to take care of a lot of the main bills, but everybody don't have it like that. So I chose to fund my business myself starting out.
Right.
And some people choose to go get funding and do a business plan and all that good stuff. There's some great programs out there that you could go get funding, but I chose not to go that route. I chose to save my own money where I wasn't going into debt or anything,
That's incredible. Do you what's the hardest obstacle you had to overcome? You mentioned the designs and getting designs and your family inspiring you to say just get it done, right? And overcome, because you had a vision and you were trying to hire people to bring your vision out, but you couldn't. Was that the biggest obstacle? What was the biggest hurdle in getting Dreams and Jammies and getting that design out? Because these look fantastic.
Well, thank you. It's a combination of a lot of stuff, and I'm gonna tell you, Marcus, I didn't do this all on my own. You can't do it by yourself. So, like I said, my husband was here to help financially. My niece, Tatiana, was there to help with marketing, the website, setting up the social media pages, doing emails, all this, all that getting it together. And one of the other things that I had to deal with was just finding a manufacturer. Okay. So that's another obstacle. So I think that's probably the biggest obstacle, is finding somebody to make what you need, where you can get it made right, get it made at a reasonable price where you can transfer that price onto the consumer, right? Because the prices that I have, they range from $14.99 to $21.99. And I have 100% cotton, and then some of my boys' PJs actually have some spandex in there. That's a little more, but I'm learning about material. So I think to answer your question, Mark, is one of the biggest obstacle was finding somebody to make it.
So that is a major obstacle, and and you had a support system. That's what I'm hearing. You had a support system to get you through the obstacle and get you through while you investigated. You had a supportive husband to take care of the home and handle the big bills so that you could focus on and really batter down and hunch down and really find who's the manufacturer that's best suited for you. Because there's plenty. I don't want to say there's plenty because I don't know, but there's several manufacturers, but you have to find the one that fits for you.
You have to find the one that fits for you. There's some here in America. There's some, overseas, in India, and like in Sri Lanka. There's some in Indonesia. They're all over Vietnam, and it's just finding the right one that you can get a really good quality product made at a fair price, that you can actually transfer that money, that you can keep your prices low where your consumer can afford it. Because my main concern is I want to have my PJs to be affordable. And I think $14.99 to $21.99, and the ones that are $21.99 are the larger sizes. And I had to charge more for that because material costs more. It's more material. But
say those prices again.
They range from $14.99 to $21.99.
21. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. And like I said, the size 11 and 12s are the ones that are $21.99 because it's more material.
What
Um,
age group is these jammies go for? What's
okay,
the
yeah. So, and it just depends on the size of your kid, because we all come in all shapes and sizes, but they range from size 12 months, 1 years old, up into 12.
perfect?
Yeah,
Per-
yeah.
So I'm out of the loop. I can't get none. All right.
No, no, you can't get any Marcus. Yeah. So that's the age group. Yeah, yeah. So,
So how long has Dream and Jammies been in existence? I think I missed that in the introduction.
oh yeah, I don't think I said it. We launched in August of last year.
Last year,
Yes,
you started in a pandemic.
yes,
How has
yes.
that been? How have you been able to stay afloat during a pandemic?
Well, you know what was going on on this pandemic too. We had a lot of things going on with the presidency, and it was just so much going on. Like 2020 was a record year.
Yeah,
Now,
it was.
yeah, yeah. So it was just timing, and because people have been really, really responsive when we put it out. People love the designs, and we had no issue as far as the business side of it being affected by the pandemic. None. On a personal side, I had some family members that have had COVID, really sick, and I've known some people that have passed away from COVID.
My
That's the
condolences.
yes, that's the unfortunate side of it. But on the business side, it's been good for the business. Hmm.
That's incredible. You
Yeah,
all are impactful. This woman, I told you, is amazing. I told you, only the best. And she is a shining star. She is leading the charge for any of us. She's inspiring me. I'll speak for myself. She's inspiring me today to keep going. And
yeah.
so I love this. I love this. You are helping me, Miss Edmondson. We have
Well,
one more quick commercial break
okay,
and
okay.
we'll be right back. You guys, I love you guys. We'll be right back. Gotta pay some bills, keep the lights on, keep this going. See you soon.
Are you a local business looking to offer your customers easy access to cash without having to travel miles? We're here to help. At Norman Legacy Investments, we provide free ATMs with free installation that provide a suitable investment for your business. Even better, we offer you some profit sharing and handle everything from start to finish. Just reach out to us today to schedule a free consultation.
Hey everybody, this is Marcus
Mhm.
Norman, and I have the CEO, founder of Dreams and Jammies, Miss Simone Edmonson. If you are listening to this, you can find her on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Audible, and wherever social media and audio can be and video can be streamed. And today she's blessing us with her time and her knowledge, her charisma, and her wisdom
Thank you,
today
Marcus.
on Gentleman Style Podcast Show. And we want to thank you, Miss Edmondson. You just explained, she just explained to us. If you missed that, go back and scroll back and check it out. But she just explained how she was able to survive during a pandemic through the tragedy, through some losses, through COVID-19. But the business thrived. And
Yeah,
that's unique with all the shutdowns, people laying off employees, and everything that's been happening. What
yeah,
business advice would you give the young girl, right, who's watching this, the young mother who's watching this, the single mother who's watching this? What is any words of encouragement for my
yes,
audience?
yes. One thing I want people to understand is that you're not going to get this done overnight. And what I did, and my brother told me this, he said, do something every day for your business. So
Mm,
two, so 2 years leading up to the launch, every day I would come home from work and I would do something. I don't care if it was reading a book or getting on YouTube and watching other business people, or Marcus, even watching podcasts like yourself, getting some encouragement. But every single day I would come home and I would do something. And every day it started adding up. Just like that money I was saving, it started adding up. And before you know it, I placed my first order in April of 2020.
where can they place their order at?
That I'm just saying I placed my first order for the PJs, for my
Ah.
PJs. Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna tell you where you can order in a minute. Yeah, so I had enough money where I could place my first order in April of 2020. And I ordered 4 sets of PJs, and that's what I started out with. And then we sold out because Marcus, we actually went viral on Black Enterprise.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And when the article hit Black Enterprise, we sold out everything in November.
I'm grateful because that's how I found you.
Oh, awesome! Because that may have been the second time because it hit twice, but the first time we sold out every single one of our PJs. You know, to use. I mean,
you weren't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting it.
What?
And my brother told me, he said, I told you had a hit, and I had no idea. And it still seems surreal because Marcus, I'm going to back up now. You tell me when you need to go. But I was going to back up just to try to encourage people.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, I worked my 9 to 5 for 20 years as I was an insurance claims manager. And that's not an easy job.
Not at all. Insurance
it's very stressful, very stressful. It's got good benefits, but very stressful. And on, let's see, November, September, October, I found out that they no longer needed my services after 20 years.
Just like that.
Just like that. They downsized and they did a major layoff, and I was one of them. And see, this is the thing. I was a good manager. They lost me. That's their loss. I was a good manager. I had good numbers. It didn't matter. So that's why, if I can encourage people, if you have business in your heart, don't be afraid. You can still work your 9 to 5, but don't give up. Keep working at it because it just so happened that my last day of work was November 28th. Just so happened. And this business started taking off. And I mean, the timing of it, you know, I appreciate my job. It served a purpose. It helped me support my family. But you know what? When God has something for you, He's got something for you, you know?
And only you.
And only you. And I remember feeling sad about it. My feelings was hurt, you know, when I found out about it. But shoot, man, Marcus, it took me about 15 minutes and I was jumping for joy. I could go on vacation whenever I want to. I don't have to ask anybody. My husband works for himself. If we want to take vacation next week, we could go. If I want to go work out in the middle of the day, I can go. I could do whatever I want. If I want to go visit my sister in the middle of the day and have lunch with her, I can go. You know, I had to work 20 years to get to that point, but just people don't give up, you know, don't give up on your dreams. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Any financial sacrifices that you had to make? You say you left an employer. Did you use any of your 401k to fund the business while you transitioned to startup? Did you have to get a loan? Did you have to take some of the PPP loan because you started in a pandemic? Did you take any of that? Any sacrifices in any of those arenas?
Well, the sacrifice I told you I made was from eating out because I was saving my money.
Yep, that $500 a month. Yep.
Yeah. So, you know what? I made enough money where I saved enough money where I placed my first order. And what I did, every single dime that I made, I turned it over and placed another order and placed another order and placed another order. Like right now, I'm constantly placing orders. Like, you know, I technically pay myself, but I technically don't. You know what I mean? Because everything that I make from the business now that, you know, I don't work for the insurance company anymore. The business pays me a salary, but I turn it back over, you know, to the business right now because I'm in a situation where I do have a husband. I'm not single. So now, you know, for single women out there, that whole different, like if I was single, I wouldn't be having this conversation, you know? I probably would have had to go on my 401k, but I didn't have to.
You'd be selling shoes.
Yeah, I'd be selling shoes. Exactly. Exactly.
That's major.
So, yeah. That's how that went. I'm blessed enough I had enough money saved. And then the other thing, Marcus, I want to just talk about just briefly is that I didn't share my idea with anybody besides my sister and my brother and my husband. Nobody knew. So sometimes it's best to keep things to yourself because people can discourage you. So when you're working towards your business, just kind of show people. You don't have to tell them everything, you
The
know.
work will show itself.
The work will show. Right. Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What book would you recommend every man or woman read?
Okay. I'm not going to do the usual, but I'm going to tell you what helped me. And I actually have it, Marcus. It's called Atomic Habits. This is the way
Love.
it looks. You see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Atomic Habits. Okay.
Okay. It's Atomic Habits. It's by James Clear. So I'm going to tell you why I recommend that book and why it helped me more than any other laptop millionaire or a which Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book helped me more than any other book because it's about changing your mindset. Okay. So
Change.
your mindset, because it helps you develop habits, and in developing habits can be very, very difficult, and being focused can be difficult, because the first thing we want to do when we wake up in the morning sometimes is get on our phone, check social media. The first thing we want to do at night is get in our bed with our ice cream after we've worked all day and get into bed and watch TV. Right. When Marcus.
She talking to me, y'all. I felt that she was talking to me.
So those are some of the things that we're so used to doing. And please, I'm working on it. I keep this book by me all the time because I'm working on some things because I have bad habits too. But this book is going to help you when you start working on building your business, because it's all about habits in your mind. It's about your mind. And yeah. So Atomic Habits by James Clear. And it's an easy read. It's a real easy read.
So one of the habits you had to give up was getting up early and checking your phone, checking your social media.
Yeah.
What was another difficult thing that you had to give up?
Well, I'm still working on a lot now. I'm still working on a lot. Like, I am a sucker for a good television show, and sometimes I find myself watching television when I need to be learning about how to do business taxes. Okay, so and I could be a procrastinator too. And so those are the things that I'm steady working on, and also I'm trying to read more. And so one of the habits that I had to work on is stop reading in bed, because when I read in bed, I fall asleep and I don't get far. So,
True.
so what I'm working on is, okay, hey, I'm not going to read in bed. I need to read at my desk or read on the sofa or whatever. It's just little habits that you could work on, little things that you could change to develop into your habits, on better habits. So, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite way to give back to your community?
Well, I have the homeless. Oh my God. We do a blanket drive during the winter, and it's not in Dreams and Jammies' name. It's just something me and my sister does. We do, and then I'll call in some of my friends and my husband, and we also would give pajamas to children in low income areas, homeless children. Yeah. So we work on that. So if anybody wants to shoot me an email at info@dreamsandjamies.com, and you have an organization that that may need some, children may need some PJs, just shoot me an email. If I have some available, can't give you 50 or 100, but I might could give you 20 PJs to help a couple kids. So I'm just opening that up to anybody that knows that if they have an organization that we definitely would support.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was my next question. What is the best way for people to reach out? We have to uplift this woman. We have to uplift this family, because they are changing the minds of not just us, right? The legacy, the building starts with our children.
Yes.
She's changing the landscape of our children, because that's what it starts. That's our future. Right. And so in order to have a better future, we must focus on the present. And that is our future, is our children. So
Yes.
how can my audience reach out to you? How can they connect with you? How can we grow with you and uplift you and support you to the stratosphere?
Yes. So the website, if you want to place an order or just to peruse the website, look at some of our jammies, is www.dreamsandjamies.com, and that's spelled DreamsandJammies.com, dreamsandjammies.com. Okay. And then our email is info@dreamsandjammies.com. And if you're on Facebook, you just type in Dreams and Jammies. We're on Facebook. And if you're on Instagram, we're at Dreams Jammies on Facebook, because somebody took Dreams and Jammies when it came out, so I couldn't get that. Yeah, somebody took that one. So our IG is at Dreams Jammies. Now, remember, guys, if you're listening and you want to place an order, I have a code for you. First 20, if you subscribe, if you email subscribe and you put in first 20 when you check out, you'll get 20% off your first order. So our jammies, they start at $14.99, go all the way up to $21.99. They're 100% cotton, tagless, and the age group is from about 1 to 12 years old. So in the future, we're working on a teen line that's coming sometime this year. We're going to be bringing in some nightgowns and slippers and nightgowns. So, we got a lot of things coming. We're working on eventually getting in some retail stores. But right now, I don't want to. I'm learning so much. We're moving at the pace that we need to be at right now. So we're growing, but at a manageable and logical pace for us. But yeah, so.
I can already see it. I can already see you in the Walmarts, right? I can already see you taking up a whole section with a unicorn that's pointing down to the Dreams and Jammies section.
Awesome.
I already see it. So in order to get that discount, check out www.dreamsandjammies.com. And in the discount section, you put in first 20.
Mm-hmm. That's it, Marcus. You got it. First 20.
First 20 and receive how much off?
20% off your first order.
20%. It was already affordable, y'all. It was already affordable. Now she's giving you on your first order 20% off on your first order. So we must uplift this family and connect with her at dreamsandjammies.com and check her out. Any final tips, any last words from my audience, anything that I missed that you wanted to share?
You know what I can say is that one of the affirmations that I say that helps me is that my mind has the power to create what it sees. And that's something I truly stand by, that we can have whatever we want in this life. I'll be 49 years old this year, and I want to.
She don't even look it.
Well, thank you, Marcus. I just want to encourage everyone that it's not too late. It's not too late. I'm 49 years old, and hey, and I finally started a business. That is not a hobby or a side hustle. It's the real deal. It's the real deal. So, but anyway, thank you, Marcus, for having me. This has been awesome.
Always my pleasure. Yes. My pleasure. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. She got orders to fill, y'all. I got to give her back to her family. Yeah. her cat wants her back. Her cat is probably like scratching at her.
Yeah.
So, Miss Simone, I appreciate what you do. Never give up. Please never give up. We need you. The world needs you. And we are changed every day by your influence.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in to Gentleman Style Podcast Show. This was Simone Edmonson, an incredible CEO, founder of dreamsandjammies.com. Check her out. Like I always end every show, I want to leave my audiences. Take care of your friends, take care of your family, and take care of business. This is Marcus Norman, host of Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and Miss Simone Edmonson of dreamsandjammies.com. Love you guys. Take care.